Hello there, and welcome to my channel. I am Elle Firespray, and today we will be painting Dalinar from the Stormlight Archives Premium Miniatures by Brandon Sanderson and Brotherwise Games. This model is a prototype that was sent to me to paint, and details may differ in the final product. With that out of the way, let's start laying out the base colors. As I'm gonna be airbrushing this model and I wanted to do something different with the sharp blade, I decided to cover it with masking putty from Green Stuff World, as well as the base. Here I'm priming the model with a glossy black primer because I'll be using Colorshift paints that look better with a glossy dark base. The first color I'm applying is called Psychotic Illusions. Although it looks red in the bottle, it comes out as a bluish purple tone. I'm mainly focusing on the underside of the miniature, as I'll be spraying another color from above. Next, I'll use Solar Anomalie, Airbrush from above. This has a golden and rosy pink gradient, which is subtle but quite beautiful. I decided to try holographic paint as I had never used it before. You need to know that even though I may have a plan on how to paint the miniature, I never really know what's going to happen up until the moment I start painting. So I make decisions on the go, and this is one of those moments. The paint is supposed to give a rainbow chromatic effect, so I thought I'd give it a try. At the moment, I wasn't quite sure I had made the right choice because it was apparent that the holographic paint had washed away the beautiful Colorshift gradient instead of enhancing it. So to bring some of the pop of color back, I used some Cobalt blue, and once everything was dry, I was pretty happy with the results. Now let's work on the sharp blade. For this, I will be using Anthrax Metal and Chrome Metal. With Anthrax Metal, I'm painting the lower half of the blade. For the upper half, I'll be using Quicksilver. Metallic paints tend to separate quite a bit, so I like using my paint mixer before I use them. You can find a list of all the products I use in this video in the description below. For the fancy handle and center of the blade, I will go with chrome metal, which has a highly glossy metallic finish. Make sure to have rubbing alcohol at hand when using this particular paint instead of water. Next, I'll add a layer of pinky blue to the two halves of the blade. This gives them a pearly, otherworldly effect. Now I continue using Solar Anomalie, but this time with my brush as a highlight on the armor. Last but not least, I'm using Anthrax Metal to highlight the edges of the armor. Using a dry brush technique with barely any paint on my brush and using the side of the brush to catch the edges. For the base, I'll be using some Redwood Brown. Once that's dry, I'll mix Ivory and Valkyrie yellow at a 4:1 ratio and dry brush the rocks. Next, I'll use Ancient Sepia Wash all over the base. And then once more, I dry brush with the Ivory mix, only in selected areas to create more contrast. With that done, all I have left is to paint the rim with black. And that's it. This completes Dalinar the Blackthorn. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial and find it useful. Please consider liking and subscribing to support my channel and helping me create more content like this for you. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment section below. A big shout out to Brotherwise for sending me these minis to paint. Thank you again, and until next time, paint more minis!